Should you actually watch the Ossan Newbie Adventurer? Is it going to be worth your time? Well, in this short video, we will try to find that out for you. Hello, welcome back. In this one, we are continuing my ongoing video series where I try to explain in a very short amount of time, usually under 5 minutes, whether an anime is worth watching or not based on the first couple of episodes or around there. Now, the Ossan Newbie Adventurer has now had 3 episodes come out, and overall, my impression of the show is positive. Personally, I think the thematic narrative of the show is pretty strong. I love the unique setting the anime has in terms of the MC being older, 30 plus, and the whole narrative around him pushing against adversity and trying to overcome all the challenges that come with changing profession and following your dreams at such an adult age. But even for the ones that are not super into that whole thematic narrative and want other reasons to watch the show, well, I think there are multiple. First of all, if you like waifus, we do have a few of those in this show, especially Raynette, the Dark Elf, and also the receptionist Kohai. Both are very stacked, if you know my meaning. And generally, the supporting cast in this show, I feel, are overall good in terms of characters. They're likable, they are good looking, of course, and they complement each other in a overall good way, especially the S-rank adventurer party, which we get to know a decent bit in the first 3 episodes. Now, our main character Rick here, I think he is an interesting character. I mean, obviously, as I mentioned, he has this whole struggle that he keeps on trying to push through, especially in the first 3 episodes, of trying to prove to himself and the world that even though he changed his career this late in life, he is following his dreams and he has gone through the most hellish training imaginable to become as strong as he is. And he is a very likable, sort of good guy character. And a character I think you can be very much connected to as the season continues. Now, one major criticism of the show in the first episodes was that, yes, Rick is the standard dense MC that doesn't have any self-insight to realize how powerful he actually is. But, well, thankfully, most would say, I imagine, in episode 3, it seems that Rick is getting over this whole dense period, and when faced with the real world outside his training bubble, he does finally realize that, I guess I am kind of strong, so I don't believe we will have the dense MC trope going much further moving forward in the season, which I think, people that don't like that sort of character, which I think is the majority, will appreciate moving forward. It is, of course, also somewhat of a power fantasy. Rick is insanely strong, still not as strong as his seniors in the S-rank party, but basically stronger than anyone else in the world outside of that. And if you want to just see a underdog story with a main character that absolutely blasts his way across the world, taking on any and every challenge that stands in his way to reach his ultimate dream and goal, then, I think this will be a enjoyable show overall for you. Another element in the show that is generally done well enough is the humor. I think the show has a few good jokes, a few good jabs here and there, narratively speaking, with the dialogue that you can enjoy and get some smirks and smiles out of. And if you can just get past Rick's potentially annoying personality traits in the first couple episodes, I think by the 3rd episode, you will be having a generally good time and will be wanting to watch more. As a whole, though, I think this show is far from a standard bog power fantasy due to the unique MC in terms of his age and where he came from. And I think the story has a nice thematic narrative it wants to center around and focus on as it tells its story, and the characters are likable, the setting seems fine, the fights, the animation, the humor, the waifus, all generally good. So yes, all in all, I think that if you have any sort of interest in fantasy anime, or especially power fantasy, then you should definitely give this anime a try. I think it is for sure above average, and it might turn out to be really enjoyable depending where they go with the story from here. And it might even have a very nice resolution by the end of Season 1, if you end up getting that far. Anyhow, though, with that being said, those are my general thoughts on the Ossan Newbie Adventurer, and whether you should give it a try or not. I would say give it a try if you are anywhere near interested in the genres of the anime, or anything else I mentioned in this video. That being said, hope you have a nice day. Keep watching anime, and I will see you in the next Is It Worth Watching First Impressions video. So, bye-bye.